Ahoy, shipmates! I've been invited to France to see the launch of the brand new Neoliner Origin. In part 1, we saw how the innovative sail technology can save over 80% fuel when crossing transatlantic. In part 2, we will have a look around the bridge and the cabin and the inside of the ship. I managed to do this while no one was looking, while everyone else was at the press conference.
While no one's looking, we're going to have a look in passenger room number 3. Now, it's a more or less a commercial ship, it's not a luxury ship. But it has all your basic facilities. We'll look into the heads here. A luxurious style wet room. Shower, hot water, mirror, even an illuminated mirror. Walk on deck with it. Storage space. Pretty adequate. You might be on here for 13 or 14 days if you're going transatlantic. Bed accommodation. I'm not sure about this though. There's looks to be some fixtures on here for keeping you in bed if it's a rough crossing. Desk area. Well, it's quite decent. There's a skylight here, looking up above. Hopefully no one's looking in at you while you're reading your book. Little desk area. And I believe it also has a little fridge, somewhere to keep your ice put in your rum. And then I think it's a rather generous lounge area, although a bit thin on amenities. I think it consists of sofa 1, sofa 2 and a seat. There's no television, no hi-fi, no coffee machine. There is a little table. Some extra storage though, which could be handy if you're only here 14 days. And then through these rather lovely stainless steel sliding doors, it's your balcony. We're here in Nantes today. There's the view of the dockside in Nantes, in France. I think you get a table and chair. I think this moment is all roped off for the public to view it, but yeah, table and chair. And a divider between the cabins. Go through into the next cabin. I think this one's configured as if you're not getting on with your cabin mate, you can bunk on the sofa. This one comes with entertainment in this cabin. Ultra Mariners. That's your in-cabin entertainment. This one's configured in a double bed. I think it might be the same as the single bed cabin, they just put the 2 beds together. Again with a window here. Same configuration, basic, simple, but it's probably all you need.
While he's whittling on and wandering around like an idiot, I should probably say that the transatlantic passages, which are about 13 or 14 days, are about $6,000 per cabin.
There we go. This is your space on board. You share this with the other 5 cabins. What a wonderful view. Big windows. And this is the model of the ship, model of the Neoliner origin. See the sails. So our cabins are here, these little 3 cabins. We've moved along to the break room, just along here. I haven't seen any seating up on the top deck. This model is a bit of a prototype model, I've been told. However, this does show you where the goods are loaded. Goods are loaded through the stern. It's all rolling goods, so roll on, roll off goods. They all go on via the stern. Our area does seem to be stocked with coffee machines, 1 bottle of wine, no, let me just check, no rum. Something for what we're going to think about, a little surf area here. So this is the guest area, and across the corridor is the crew area. Hello. Bonjour. This is the crew mess room. So this is where you'll eat with the crew, and then outside of eating hours, this is a crew break room. And to be honest, that's about it. There's not many more places to go.
Of course, there is the massive cargo area, which I was surprised how big it was, even though I know how big the ship is. When you get down to the main cargo garage, that's this one here, it is amazing how large it is. There are also 2 further decks, which you can see there on the picture, just to the left. There's a big hatch that opens up. One of the decks has a height of 5 meters, and then it can convert into 2 decks of 2.5 meters or so for loading vehicles. They brought a whole load of Renaults over. As you can see, large wheeled vehicles here. There's a small Beneteau boat here on a loading platform. Lots of wheeled equipment like these telehandlers from Manitou. Right at the very end of the main deck here is an especially large area. This is designed for Benetou's very large powerboats. Able to take their 28-meter boats, this area is 12 meters wide and almost 10 meters tall. This gives a linear loading space of 1,200 meters, 265 TEU, for a maximum capacity of 5,300 tons.
There's the big difference between this ship and your average ship. 2 sails. This sail currently up. It's just feathering at the moment, so it's just swinging in the breeze. Not much else up here. There's no bar, there's no hot tubs, there's no swimming pool. There isn't even any lounges. There's also no people, so that's probably a benefit. Just the general creaking and movement of the sail.
Of course, when at sea, the sails won't be feathering, they'll be locked into a position, and this is handled by some machinery here below deck. Very large cogs and gears. Certainly looks very impressive. Time to continue our tour onto the bridge. Now, most of the controls on the bridge will be familiar to you. This, however, is probably a screen you haven't seen. It's the automated system for controlling the sails, controlling the jib, the Cunningham, and so on. The captain gave me a little brief
We
demonstration.
can see, but also we can control everything about rigging, the sails, the booms. We have also always the tension in tones and the jack pressure and so. Yeah. We have.
I asked the captain if any particular specialised training was required, and he said it wasn't. All 13 of the crew have just gone through standard training. They can have up to 20 crew if they are having some trainees on board. However, they are looking to develop special training programs for sailing cargo vessels.
Electric drive to propellers.
Yes. We have one diesel engine, 3,180 kilowatts, but we have also an electric one, 900 kilowatts. This 900 could be alone or additional to the diesel. And this 900 could be also a generator.
Michel Perry there, the co-founder, giving us an excellent explanation of what's going on. Thought perhaps I'll bring up this diagram, might make things a little clearer. Now, it's quite a complicated vessel, unlike your conventional ship that just has a diesel power plant system. This one obviously has sails as well, and that's what you can see on that screen back there. That's how they control the sails. They're two tiltable carbon fibre masts, giving you an air draft of 90 metres, which I've just done a quick bit of research, and I think potentially this is the tallest ship in the world, but no one's mentioned it. They do tilt over, allowing the ship to go underneath bridges. The tallest ship in the world that is about the similar height as a super yacht and cannot travel under any bridge. So the two sails will tilt forward. That gives you a total of 3,000 square meters of sail in total. On board of the bridge, they have a computer system for navigating the vessel across the Atlantic. She is designed to sail at a speed of 11 knots, and this will conserve fuel and be fuel efficient. As you can see at the bottom of the hull are effectively a couple of keels, like you see on a traditional sailing boat. These swivel, and so obviously when she's coming up shallower areas or in port under power, they will swivel up. Now, the captain was briefly touching on power generation. The system that's on board allows the vessel to be driven by a diesel engine or electric engine, and what the captain was also saying was the propeller can be swiveled and the pitch adjusted, and therefore the electric motor therefore turns into a generator. The vessel itself has a very low power consumption. The hotel load, as it's referred to, is somewhere around 200 kilowatts. They've spent a lot of time and energy trying to find power efficient systems, infrared heaters and so on. So if the vessel is sailing at 15 knots, they predict that through using the propeller that's in the water, they will generate enough electricity to power the hotel load of the ship. That's really quite impressive. The captain did refer to this as a bit of an experimental vessel with potentially systems for allowing battery to be used in the future, different fuels in the engine. It's built with a lot more flexibility than a usual commercial ship would be. The view from the bridge overlooks the mooring deck where all the winches are. Gives you a good view straight over the bow. The bridge is absolutely jam-packed full of technology and systems. Even got the old-fashioned compass as well. This is one of the steering wheels for the vessel. Always the bigger the vessel, the smaller the wheel. All of the ship's systems are controlled from the bridge, from navigation to controlling the sails to controlling the engines, all the vital and important systems on the ship.
But it seems that for the first ocean crossing, it's expected that we will have some very favorable wind conditions.
Yeah.
I'm confident. I'm excited.
The captain is looking forward to the first transatlantic voyage, and perhaps this will be just the first ship in a new fleet of sustainable ro-ro ships carrying cargo across the Atlantic. The cost of shipping a container on the Neoliner Origin is not very competitive, but the cost of roll-on, roll-off cargo is the same as the market rate, making this a sensible and feasible vessel for replacing existing fuel-only ships. Slower, yes. Same price for the cargo, yes. But over 80% savings on fuel consumption. A real win for wind power. Right then, shipmates, how am I going to get myself on this cruise across the Atlantic then? Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. Until next time, shipmates.